State Legislative Council Election. Electors registration for teachers' constituencies. Disclaimer. This training material is for use in training of election officials. It should not be referred as guidelines of ECI. In case of any variance in this training material, the ECI guidelines or rules or laws shall prevail. Learning outcomes. At the end of the session, the participants will be able to understand the elections to State Legislative Council, cite the electors to State Legislative Council, explain the types of constituencies of Legislative Councils, discuss the registration procedure for electors of teachers' constituencies, know about the electoral roll for teachers' constituencies. Electors to State Legislative Council. Elections to the State Legislative Council are done by members of the Legislative Assembly. Electors form council constituencies. Elections from council constituencies include elections from local authorities constituencies, elections from graduates constituencies, elections from teachers constituencies. Manner of elections to State Legislative Council. 1/3 of the MLCs are elected by the state's MLAs. 1/3 of the MLCs are elected by the sitting member of local governments such as municipalities, district boards, etc. 1/12 of the MLCs by an electorate of teachers and 1/12 by registered graduates. Remaining MLCs are appointed by the governor for distinguished services in various fields, namely literature, science, art, cooperative movement, and social service. Types of constituencies of legislative councils are local authorities constituency, graduates constituency, teachers constituency. Electorates, teachers. Persons residing in the state who have been ordinarily resident of teachers' constituency within the 6 years immediately before the qualifying date for a total period of at least 3 years, engagement in teaching in educational institutions within the state not lower than secondary school. Engagement in teaching profession include at least 3 years within the preceding 6 years, may be either in one continuous spell or in broken spells, may be either in one institutions or more institutions. All such institutions must be specified by the state government. On regular basis or on ad hoc basis, but should be whole-time teacher, even if there is no sanctioned post. Part-time teachers are not eligible for enrollment in the electoral rolls of teachers' constituency. Documentary proof to be attached along with Form 19. A certificate by the head of the teaching institution should normally be considered adequate documentary proof of processing that teaching qualification. The format for Certificate of Head of Institution of an educational institution specified by the state government is shown on the screen. Qualifying date. Qualifying date for graduates and teachers' constituencies. First day of November of the year in which the preparation or revision of the electoral roll is commenced. Teachers' constituencies. EROs shall issue a public notice on or before 1st October calling upon every person entitled to be registered in that roll to send to or deliver at his office before the 7th day of November next following an application in Form 19 for inclusion of name. The notice shall be published in 2 newspapers having circulation in the constituency and republished in them once on or about 15th October and again on or about 25th October. electoral rolls of teachers' constituencies is of permanent nature. They shall not be prepared de novo before every election. They shall be revised with reference to 1st November of the year in which the preparation of revision of rolls is commenced. The eligible persons should apply for enrollment of their names in the prescribed Form 19 along with any of the prescribed documents. ERO should maintain a history table of teaching in a specified educational institution for each elector enrolled in the teacher's constituency in the prescribed format. As soon as ERO receives list of specified educational institutions from CEO, they should collect information about all persons eligible for enrollment in teachers' constituency from heads of such institutions to check whether all such eligible persons are enrolled in the electoral rolls or not. If the ERO finds that an eligible person is left out, he should send Form 19 to the concerned person for filing the application and send to ERO to the head of the institution in which the applicant has been working. Declared office holder. The facility of enrollment of declared office holders in native place through Form 1 is not available in the case of teachers' constituency. They can get their name enrolled in the place where they are ordinarily resident for the time being. In case a person who is resident in a particular place at the time of filing the application later on shifts to some other place outside the constituency, he loses his residential qualification and his application is liable to be rejected by ERO. But if a person moves to another place within the same constituency and the new place of residence is also known to the ERO, the name of the applicant can be included at that new address which is different from the address mentioned in the claim form. It is not necessary that the educational institution in which an elector is employed should also fall within the same teacher's constituency. Applicant's eligibility to be decided on the basis of applicant's place of ordinary residence and not on the basis of his place of work. Applications in bulk, whether submitted in person or by post, shall not be considered for inclusion by the ERO. Head of the institutions may forward the applications of all his eligible teachers together. A person may also submit Form 19 in respect of other eligible members of his family residing at the same address and may get the certificate verified by producing original certificates in respect of each member. Any bulk applications submitted by political parties, booth level agents, or resident welfare associations shall not be considered. Sample of table of content of teachers' constituency of Legislative Council is shown on the screen. Sample of electoral rolls of teachers' constituency is shown on the screen. In this video lecture, we have learnt about the State Legislative Council election, electors registration for teachers' constituencies. If you have any doubts or queries related to this video, you can contact through the mail address as shown on the screen. For more election related material, you can visit the web address as shown on the screen. Thank you.